My opponents offer that the rise in recent media attention of cases of excessive use of police force need addressing. Their solution to the problem is to create a constant objective viewpoint by requiring every police officer to be outfitted with a discrete body camera and record every confrontation with the officer while the officer is on duty. Some disadvantages and sources of workability that I found in this proposal are the costs of the huge amounts of data that will need to be saved, the accuracy of all the data that will be reviewed and edited for civilian privacy, and the decline in police complaints stated earlier is artificial actually, and I'll explain what that means. And 4 is that cops will not be able to let off with warnings unrecorded. The affirmative states that the videos created by the police body cams will be stored on a cloud-based storage system, and that this system has almost unlimited data storage. But according to governmenttechnology.com, a year's worth of video from each officer's body camera can require terabytes of storage data. And the storage beta, this common cloud storage beta storage data places are like the iCloud by Apple, which it costs about $20 a month, and then the Google Cloud, which costs $26 a month per terabyte. And so, that's a basic cost for that, and then that's according to their Google and Apple stores. And the LAPD has approximately 9,000 sworn officers, according to LAPD Online. And for this example, just as a reference, we're going to use the LAPD as one department where they would implement this. And so if each officer were to use 2 terabytes per year, which is kind of a low ball, but the numbers you find are very inaccurate, so it's hard to say. And with each officer using 2 terabytes a year, it will come out to about $4 million a year in storage fees alone for LAPD alone. And according to the LA Times, the city has paid $31 million over the past 5 years to resolve employment-related cases in which members of the LAPD claimed they were victims of discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and other misconduct. And so that's about, what that means is there's about a little more than $6.2 million a year spent towards all these misconduct claims in LAPD. And so if they're spending around $4 million for storage, when they're only $6 million in complaints was what the proposal it suggests the money would come from. That's almost all of it just for storage. And that's not including buying the cameras, it's not including making programs to teach how and when to use the cameras. And on my second point is another major expense is the reviewing and privacy of editing that will have to be done. And this, if the video is edited and posted on YouTube, like in the Washington State example that was stated earlier, then this begs the question about who will be judging what is being edited. And private information being edited should be able to stay with the video for any kind of court cases, but if it were out there to be seen, it would need to be put separately as to not embarrass people. And Ms. Conant from News OK says, we certainly don't want people to be questioning whether they should make a domestic violence call based on the fact that they don't want to be videotaped and their next door neighbor can see a copy of it. And if the other alternative that was offered was that if it was only accessed at the police station, then it would be hard to judge whether the videos were properly reviewed at the police station, and only police would have access to all the videos. So there's an inherent problem with the police basically regulating themselves as far as this going. And the government always has to be audited and regulated. In fact, the government has a government accountability office, which audits the Congress as well as many other parts of the federal government. And so we would have to create a similar auditing company for each police department to go through the video. And I stated, my third point is that the police complaints, the decline in police complaints is artificial. And according to the 538.com, about a fourth of all police officers accused of misconduct are actually prosecuted for something. So if there's an 88% decline, almost like 60 to 75% of that would be just because these are the ones that would be dismissed anyways. The court decided there wasn't actually anything wrong with what the conduct did. So whether it actually makes the police perform better, or if people just don't waste their time going through the court system, that's pretty much where that could be drawn from. And then my final point was that during traffic stops, cops can issue warnings, and according to the Lake City Police, the policy the cop will issue a warning to the violation will not be recorded or affect driver's license points. And so basically, if we have these videos, these warnings always recorded on video, then it will be recorded, and that will give insurance companies a new way to look at and how to analyze the insured drivers. And so that would complicate systems further. And so the affirmative proposal of requiring every police officer to be outfitted with a discrete body camera will have huge costs in data storage. We'll need a new Bureau of Accountability for the police, and will not significantly decrease the number of misconduct counts that hold up in court. Thank you.